Today we're going to be talking about elections and money. We're going to start with some background information. First, what do campaigns spend money on? This is from 2012, opensecrets.org. We can see is the largest amount of money is being spent on the media. So the 2012 presidential election was $763.3 million being spent on media buys. $175 million is spent on fundraising. So of course raising more money. $108 million spent on administrative costs. This is the people who do the work. There's things like that. We have strategy and research at $48 million. The salaries of the people who are being paid by the campaign at $98 million, and all other spending at $99 million. Now when it comes to political parties, one of the questions we have to ask is who raises more money, Democrats or Republicans? Now historically it has been Republicans, but Obama has really changed the game. What we can see here on the New York Times website is that Barack Obama actually outraised the Republican Mitt Romney in the 2012 election. Again, that is kind of the first time. That being said, he did not spend it all, and Mitt Romney actually spent more than he did in the end. Now what we can kind of see is when they're raising money and when they're spending it. Now as we're looking, you can see that in the little box there that Obama himself raised money. Then the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, raised money, a lot less, but still raised some to spend on him as a Democrat. And Priorities USA, which we'll see is a special interest group, also raised money on behalf of the president. Then we look at Mitt Romney. He raised a significant amount of money. Then the Republican National Committee, the Republican Party, raised money. And Restore Our Future, a large, also special interest group, raised money for Mitt Romney. And we can see that towards the beginning, the year previous, that's when a lot of money gets raised, and as it gets close to the election, they're doing more campaigning, less fundraising. Okay. Now in general, Republicans used to have the advantage in raising more money because their supporters tended to be wealthier. But Obama, as we'll see, has kind of changed that game by using the internet to get more small contributions out of a large number of people, plus also just doing a really great job at reaching out to wealthy Democrats and getting them to campaign and give a lot of money. Now, a common critique of money in politics is that there's just too much money. In this past election, 2012, we saw over $6 billion being spent between presidential and congressional races. That's a ton of money. Now, one of the big wonders is where is this money coming from? As we'll see, there have been some laws written and passed trying to make more transparency, trying to make it so that campaigns had to say where the money was coming from. The main reason being people are concerned that money comes with strings, and that if you are taking money that you're giving something back in return. Most people don't give away money with no expectation of getting something back, especially when we're talking millions of dollars. Then we have the influence big donors have on the candidates they give money to. So some people are worried that if you give a lot of money that you may then be basically buying laws and policies in your favor. And that's a big concern because then it means the government's really just representing the rich and it's not representing everybody in America. So one thing you want to think about is, do you think having a lot of money in politics is a problem? Again, money's gone up a huge amount in the past 10 years. All right, now there are two kinds of money being spent. One we call hard money. This is money donated directly to the campaign. This is spent by the campaign for the campaign. Soft money is money spent by a different group on behalf of the campaign, and it's not given directly to them. Oops. So where can money come from? If we go back to our chart here, we can see right here candidate donors and the size of donations. Now, as you can see here, an individual person like you and me can only give $2,500 directly to the campaign. Now, Obama's group, 57% of his donations came from or were given in amounts under $200, which means probably more like regular people. 33% gave 200 to 499, and 11% gave the max. We can see Mitt Romney, it's very different. He mostly got wealthier people who gave the max versus a small amount who actually gave the minimum. Now this is all hard money. If you look right below it, this is what we call soft money. This money never went into the hands of Obama or Mitt Romney, but was huge donations that were then spent on behalf of the Democrats and the Republicans. Now, if we look at that, that's known as interest group spending. If we look at 2010, we can see some further information. Perhaps, so, well, it doesn't want to load. All right, but as you said, there's a 75% increase from the same period of 2008 when $113 million was spent. So between 2008 and 2010, there's been a 75% increase. So again, the question is money, big deal or not? It's up to you. Your closing questions are here.